World Economic Forum data shows 170 million new roles emerging to replace the 92 million being displaced by automation. We are witnessing a total transformation in how the global economy defines a job. AI rarely wipes out an entire job title overnight. Instead, it decomposes the role, stripping away the repetitive, routine tasks like data entry, basic coding scripts, or document formatting, leaving only the high-judgment work behind. In the old economy, stability came from mastering a narrow set of repetitive tasks. Today, that same strategy leaves you trapped in a role that algorithms can execute faster and more accurately for a fraction of the cost. This shift drives experience compression. A 2-year junior employee fluent in generative tools can now produce higher quality output than a 7-year veteran relying on traditional manual methods. With the traditional career ladder of paying your dues through grunt work effectively broken, survival requires you to identify the specific tasks that algorithms struggle to replicate. This dynamic is reshaping the labor market into a barbell. The traditional bell curve, once anchored by a massive middle class of routine knowledge workers, is hollowing out. This hollowed-out middle represents mid-level, process-driven professionals. If your daily value comes from executing clear rules or processing predictable data, you are currently in the primary danger zone for replacement. Security has migrated to the extremes. On one side, you have highly unpredictable physical labor. On the other, you have roles defined by high-level human judgment, strategy, and accountability. When we analyze automation risk across all sectors, 15 specific careers stand out. These roles are not random. They cluster into 4 distinct human domains. To build a resilient career, you must deliberately migrate out of the barbell's hollow middle and anchor yourself in one of these 4 human domains. We can map these 15 safe jobs using an immunity matrix. The horizontal axis separates digital work from physical labor. The vertical axis separates structured environments from unstructured, empathetic ones. The top left quadrant is the empathy and connection engine. This includes therapists, teachers, healthcare workers, and community builders, or HR specialists. These roles require reading nonverbal cues and building trust over months of interaction, capabilities that remain outside the reach of current LLMs. The trade-off is intense emotional labor and a significantly higher risk of burnout. In the top right, we find the physical navigators. This group includes electricians, plumbers, firefighters, paramedics, and medical surgeons. Mastering real-time spatial problem-solving in messy, unmapped environments creates a barrier that current robotics and AI cannot reliably cross. However, these roles demand a physical toll and a presence that cannot be scaled remotely. These first 2 quadrants are secure because they are grounded in the messy reality of human emotions and physical unpredictability, data points that exist outside of structured training sets. In the bottom left, we have the ethical strategists. This domain covers senior corporate leaders, lawyers, cybersecurity professionals, and AI ethics officers. The core capability required here is accountability. These professionals assume final responsibility for high-stakes moral, legal, and strategic decisions where no mathematically perfect answer exists. To earn the wage premiums in this quadrant, you must move beyond technical execution. Your value shifts toward navigating organizational politics and managing complex cross-domain risk. As algorithms generate options faster than ever, the market will pay a premium to the human willing to put their reputation on the line and make the final high-stakes choice. Finally, in the bottom right, we find the original architects. These are the AI and DevOps engineers, product managers, UX designers, creative directors, and scientific researchers. These roles survive by designing the systems themselves, forming original hypotheses, and translating human intent into digital architecture. The trade-off is a requirement for constant, aggressive upskilling. In this quadrant, the tools and frameworks you use can become obsolete every 6 to 12 months. By designing the parameters of the automation itself, these architects remain positioned one step above the level of the tools they create. Your action plan to reach these safe quadrants depends on your current career stage. For the early explorer, students, and freshers, the challenge is unique. Traditional entry-level roles that once focused on routine grunt work are being automated. This removes the traditional path freshers used to take to learn the ropes of an industry. You must bypass execution-level thinking immediately. This means manufacturing your own experience through live, project-based applications and building meta skills like problem framing and communication. Early career professionals cannot wait for formal training programs to catch up. You have to prove you can manage and review AI outputs from day one to rebuild the career ladder for yourself. If you are an established professional, you are likely part of that vulnerable middle. Your goal is to aggressively delegate your routine execution tasks to AI. You must transition your role from being a primary doer to a reviewer and strategist. This requires letting go of the comfort that comes from being the most reliable executor in the room. You have to trade that safety for the higher risk role of the ultimate decision maker. Professionals aren't usually replaced by code. They are replaced by other professionals who use AI to deliver 3 times the output. Instead of chasing a title, identify the quadrant that matches your natural abilities. If you aggressively hoard the high-judgment, human-centric tasks in that space, you move your career into the highest possible tier of automation resistance.